All right, guys, so you know that we are not doing vocabulary this week, but we are doing grammar. So if you would please grab your grammar notebook and something to write with. Okay, and I'm going to go open up our slideshow. Okay, so this week we're going to be talking about regular plural nouns. They're like the most common plural nouns that you will encounter. So that's why we call them the regular plural nouns. A plural noun is more than one person, place, or thing. So it's more than one person, it's more than one place, and it's more than one thing. Whisper to someone near you and tell them what a plural noun is. Most nouns can be made plural by adding an S. Whisper to your partner to tell them how to make most nouns plural. Just adding an S. Let's practice. All right, so in your book, I'm going to open up right after our pronouns. Trying to see how I can get back. Okay. Okay. So there was pronouns, and we're going to be right here. So what we're going to write here is regular plural nouns. Okay, and our date is 10/26/20. All right, so the first thing we're going to write down is most nouns. Just add an S to make them plural, more than one. Okay, the word plural means more than one person, place, or thing. Okay, I'll give you a second to get that written down. Okay, and then we're just going to number here 1, 2, and 3 because we're going to go back to the slideshow and watch what they had to say over there. So if you're not finished, go ahead and push pause right now so that you don't get behind. Okay, so more than one book would be called books. Just add an S, right? B-O-O-K, add the S. More than one kid, K-I-D-S. More than one pencil, pencils, P-E-N-C-I-L-S, pencils. Okay, so let's go back to the image mate, the camera, and see if you have the same thing that I have written down. Okay. All right, make sure you pause if you need a little bit more time. All right, we're going to go back. Okay, if a noun ends in S, C, H, S, H, X, or Z, you need to add ES. Okay, that's what we're going to write in our notebook next. If a noun ends in S, C, H, S, H, X, or Z, you need to add ES. Okay, so that you can see what it looks like in the notebook. If a noun ends in S, CH, SH, X, or Y, you need to add ES. Okay, I think we're going to have to do some examples. So we'll do 1, 2, and 3. Go ahead and pause if you're still writing. Go ahead and pause right now so that you can get this written down. Let's practice. More than one lunch. Lunch ends with CH. It says if it ends with CH, we add an ES on there. So LUNCHES, lunches. There's a lot of lunches left. Number 2, more than one dish. It ends with an SH, which means we need to add an ES. DISHES, dishes. And more than one box, it ends with an X. So we're going to add ES, BOXES. Let's go back here so you can see in the notebook what it should look like. Okay, go ahead and pause if you need to continue writing on there. Go ahead and pause right now. Okay. If a noun ends in a consonant and then a Y, you need to change the Y to an I and add ES. So we're going to copy that, writing down everything except for what is a consonant. Let's copy that all down. If a noun ends in a consonant, remember, if you write all of this down when we're on our test and you can't quite remember, you can look back. And then a Y, you need to change the Y to I and add ES. Okay. If a noun ends in a consonant and then an AY, you need to change the Y to I and add ES. So like this, IES. Okay? What is a consonant? Consonant is any letter that is not a vowel, like A, E, I, O, U, and sometimes Y. Okay, so that's what a consonant is. You need to go ahead and write that down. Go for it. You can pause that if you need to. Okay, so let's practice. So we're going to put a number 1, a 2, and a 3 on our paper. And it says more than one candy. When you look at the Y, what's the letter right before it? It's a D, and that's a consonant. So if it's a consonant, we're going to drop the Y and make it IES. So it's going to be C, Candies. Candies. There are lots of different Halloween candies out there. Okay, number 2, more than one puppy. Look at the end of the word, it ends with a Y. Look at the next letter before it, and that's a consonant. So that means we're going to drop that Y and change it into an I. Puppies. 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 Okay. The next one, more than one story. So the word story ends with a Y. If you look right before it, there's an R. That's a consonant. So we're going to drop our Y and add IES. Let's go to our camera here. Oops. So we drop the Y and change it into an I and add ES. Drop the Y in puppy and add IES. Drop the Y in story and add IES. All right, make sure you pause if you need to get anything that we've just done finished. Don't want to move on without getting it all finished. Okay. Okay. If a noun ends in F or FE, you need to drop the F or the FE and add VES. All right, I want you to copy that whole sentence. Okay, copy that in your book. If a noun ends in F, the letter F, or FE, you need to drop the F or FE and add VES. So that's another rule. If it ends with F or it has FE at the end, we're going to drop that and make it VES at the end. Okay. So that's what it looks like in my notebook. If a noun ends in F or FE, you need to drop the F or FE and add VES. So of course we're going to do some examples. 1, 2, 3. If you need to pause it, go ahead and pause so you don't miss out. Okay, let's practice. More than one knife. The case silent, knife. It ends with an FE, so that means we take the FE off and we make it VES. So KNIVES. Knives. More than one elf. Elf ends with an F, so we need to change it to VES. So elves, ELVES. Elves. Okay. And then loaf, like one loaf of bread. What if we have 5 loaves of bread? It ends with F, so we take the F off and we add VES. So let's go back to the notebook. Lots of switching around. So this is the spelling. Knife turns to knives. Elf turns to elves. Loaf turns to loaves. Go ahead and pause right here if you're needing more time to write everything down. You want to get everything written down because you can use this book on your test if you need to. All right. Is every word that ends in S a plural noun? Think about that. Is every word that ends in S a plural noun? So we have a student named Titus. His name ends with an S. Is that a plural noun? No, because that's one person. So the answer would be no, not every word that ends in S is a plural noun. All right. We're going to go back to our camera. Okay, make sure you have all of this written down. That's quite a bit of stuff. It's more than we've ever done before for writing. But go ahead and push pause right here so you can finish filling in all of the different rules for plural nouns. So like this is rule 1, this is rule 2, this is rule 3, okay. This is rule 4. All right, go ahead and pause it if you need more time than that. And we're all done with our grammar lesson for today. We will do our interactive notebook activity tomorrow on our regular plural nouns. So for now, you can put away your notebook and head over to the Reading Interactive Notebook folder. Let me show you what that looks like real quick before we go. At the top here, it says Reading Interactive Notebook. That's where we're going to be on our next video. I'll see you over there.